forever, forever.
Tell you how to get rich quick. 20 a month and I can show you how the other half lives. Yeah, I can take you out of this. Get on your grind and take the dive. Can you riddle me this? If a house is just a loan, why not double your chips? Look up a property in your city, then buy it and flip. You just copped yourself a brand new whip. You poor thing, I know you wanna live just like this. Checks to the man and crawl back in the hole. Yo, I can turn the dirt into gold. Just take a little slice of heaven and bring it right back home. The price of easy living is a piteous soul. No appliances in your kitchen, televisions and phones, and a nice silk sheet set to fold. You poor thing, I hate to see you living so damn cold. Out your hand to me, child, if you wanna be saved. Just put $1 in the bucket every day after day and watch your problems, anxiety, struggle, spirit away.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us a dozen miles east of the National Mall at the home of the Commanders here in Landover, Maryland. The final 2 weeks of the regular season are upon us, and off we go on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And they'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. The veteran Eric Hendricks on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Robinson. Robinson, a first down and more. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by their rookie corner. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Off the RPO, this one to McLaurin. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he's into the end zone. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Commanders. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchdown. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Penix. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's 2nd and 2. Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
That's taken in by Chubb. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
That pass play good for 22. First down, Washington.
Jaden Daniels, you look at his time at LSU, Mike, and he certainly had great wide receivers to throw to. But now being a rookie quarterback and having the veteran presence of a guy like Terry McLaurin, that is such a comfort for any young quarterback getting his feet under him in this league.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And the Commanders are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. It'll be first and goal when we come back. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. From the 1-yard line, first down and goal.
Here we go, set.
They'll motion over Samuel. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. Powering forward, he's in. Nick Chubb, touchdown Washington. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. Fairbairn to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Commanders move out on top, 14-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Set to go now on first and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. From the gun, here is Penix. That is intercepted. Picked off by Mikey Sanderstill. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the second round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a first rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Defensively, finding yourself down by this much at this stage of the game, they could just pack it in. They could say, all right, this one's over. We're moving on to next week. They're continuing to play hard. They're continuing to get after the quarterback, and nice start to this drive.
On second down, it's Daniels. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
What can they do here? This is third and forever. To throw is Daniels. Now pass deep from McLaurin. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
And here's Bijan. And a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On play action, Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Penix. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Eric Hendricks.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Let's go now.
Here's a handoff to Chubb.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd and 11.
Go! Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's got another one. Nick Chubb, touchdown Commanders. That is his 3rd touchdown of the game and his 9th for the year.
This is a great example here, Mike, of an offense and a quarterback that is just in complete control and rhythm. Not only is he able to deliver this ball on target downfield, but the accuracy is what allows his receiver to stay on his feet, pick up the remaining yards after the catch, and walks it in for a touchdown.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
On the give, it's Robinson. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Deron Payne there for the stop. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
They run a toss to Chubb. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal. He's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
Let's go.
Now Daniels. Now sets up a screen for Chubb. And he will score again. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Washington. This is quickly turning into a virtuoso performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. Fairbairn able to add the extra point. And the Commanders move out to a commanding 28-0 first-half lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Penix. Whoa! And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. A quick throw right side. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
The score, Commanders 28, Falcons nothing.
right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches. That's for sure. As we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. Throw downfield and hauled in by Samuel. And he will take this one in. 77 yards. Touchdown, Washington. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A gift, and here comes Robinson. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Johnny Newton, rookie out of Illinois, there to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Penix. That one taken in by London. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He's beyond midfield to the 45. The speed on display. He's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Falcons will get just a bit closer. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Daniels now on 1st down. Finding the veteran tight end, Zach Ertz. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Here we go, Shaq. Striking 18. Check go.
On 1st and 10, here's Dan. That's going to be intercepted. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side.
Falcons 14. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Samuel going to see what he can do. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
Set. 70 Lions.
They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming.
36-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's third and 7.
Here's Daniels. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points.
And he will go all the way. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Commanders. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. On first down, it's Robinson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
Let's go.
They're going to motion their tight end, Hurst. Another run here for Robinson. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. They'll throw. It's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
The Falcons getting their punter out there. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to hit another good one. Take it in at the 8. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Off the RPO, this one to McLaurin. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter.
Commanders 42, Falcons 14.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19, 60 Eagle, 60.
They run out of the gun, and it's Chubb. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan of the toss. Healthy gain, and they pick up the 1st down.
Go!
Chubb takes his handoff, running left. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And he'll be taken down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Daniels now going to look to throw. That's taken in by Chubb. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and There's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Ready up.
Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. Throwing now. Daniel. He pulls it in around the 5. Nice run here on 2nd down inside the 5 with more options now available for 3rd and goal.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job.
It is brought in the end zone. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Jamal Agnew now to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right, and I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Now he'll air one out. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes, and I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag.
Got it. Ready? Ready? Ready?
Now there's a throw out wide. Hey, this might be a double pass. His throw, a good one. It's caught. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Commanders will add one more onto their big lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Agnew on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They run over center with Robinson. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. They face second down and 7. From the gun, here is Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Penix on third down. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They've fought till the end, but still will come up short. The final act now of this football game, the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons cut into the lead a little bit. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They bounced back from the loss last week. They put in a determined effort to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Commanders are winners, as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.